Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Around the Creek podcast. As always, I'm Elijah.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
Let's get right into it. All right, puppets.
Yeah.
Puppets. Yeah,
I think puppets.
Yeah.
Plural, yeah.
yeah.
Is it puppets or puppet?
No, it's puppets. It's plural, yeah. Puppets.
Why is it called
Hopefully.
puppets? There's only one.
There's only one, but
We're already off on a tangent, ladies and gentlemen.
But like, never mind. Whatever.
I think
There's
the
probably a
point
reason
of
behind
the
it.
I think there is a reason because like at the end.
Oh, maybe
they,
it's
like, pass
because-
around the
Oh
puppet,
wait, is
Oh,
it
wait.
because? Oh wait.
Oh. Yeah, the end scene. Yep.
Oh, because all
Oh,
the people are
that's-
puppets.
that's deep. That's
yeah,
deep.
yeah. That's
Okay.
deep.
Mhm.
That's deep.
You
No,
know,
of course the Bluey writers wouldn't make a stupid title for an episode. They would never do that because
not
you
at
know.
all.
they're amazing.
There's meanings to everything.
Exactly. Anyway,
Anyways, welcome back, everybody. I'm
sorry
back.
for the break.
Yeah.
We didn't record. We didn't do an episode last week.
I
Mostly
was kinda
because
tired.
yeah,
I had
and
work.
we also did an episode with Chris Bennett, and
did
we
extremely
wanted
well.
We were kind of podcasted out.
we wanted to kind of let
Give it
that
room to
simmer a
breathe.
bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very good episode.
A
Go
very
watch
good
it.
episode. Yeah, go
Or
listen.
listen to it,
Like,
rather.
Stop listening to this one and just go listen to that one.
Yeah. All right. So, who wants to get us started with puppets? Owen,
Not
great.
you.
You volunteering.
I guess I am.
You're the one with the notes.
I have the notes, but not those kind of notes. I have little.
I
point
I
notes.
kind of know how I know kind of
Okay.
how it goes
Aiden,
along.
you want to do it then?
Yeah, sure. I'll go
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right. Well, I believe it starts out in the kitchen as
Dining
always.
room,
Yeah, dining
basically.
room / kitchen. And Chili walks in the room. I think I skipped a few a little bit of opening
Yeah, yeah.
dialogue.
So, basically, right? But yeah, it starts off with Bandit, talking to Bluey, because they're all, I guess they're just eating lunch. I don't know.
I think they're
breakfast,
eating like
maybe?
omelets.
Oh no, they're eating eggs and like bake and sausage or something.
Probably breakfast.
Isn't an egg an omelet? Or am I dumb?
But no, an omelet is an egg. It's multiple eggs. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
multiple, but like it's a form of eggs. Like
Yeah.
you don't
Oh,
see an
okay.
egg and call it a hard. You don't see
Like a-
that
like a
somebody's
fried egg.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah, you get the point. But yeah, he's like, Bluey, don't chew with your mouth open. And then it gets into this little manners debate. And then he's like, well, if you're not gonna listen to me, you're gonna listen to Unicourse or something. And then Unicourse comes out. And from previous experience, probably not the best person to start taking manner advice from.
He immediately regrets it.
Or puppet, rather.
Yeah, Bennett immediately regrets even bringing Unicorns out.
And why should I care?
Yeah. They talk about manners, and they're just like saying like, well, you're supposed to do this, but then Unicorns is like, well, I don't do any of Bandit even lists all the things that Unicorns doesn't do, which I love that shot. It's
Say,
like you don't.
tooth combing.
No, that's later. It's like you don't brush
Oh.
your teeth, you've never had a shower, and you never clean your teeth. Did I
No,
say that
that's
already?
what Chili said.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's
No,
what
but then
Chili said.
Bandit also said it at the beginning. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure
Oh,
in some way.
are you
and
sure
then
about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But
he did.
speaking
I'll go with
of Chili,
Ooh.
Chili enters the room and Unicorse is
In awe.
in awe of the pure beauty of Chili. And
The brightness
I mean,
cranks
it's
up.
just
and what-
hilarious. It is
it's very funny.
hilarious.
It's very funny. You know,
Um,
like in
Get like a
movies-
little cinematic shot.
yeah.
Mhm.
In
Very
movies
funny.
when they do that, I always hate it because it's never good, except in like the Lego Batman movie because it's the Lego Batman
Lego
movie.
Batman movie. That's so specific.
Really?
The movie that no one remembers.
What do you mean? The Lego Batman movie's so good.
No, it's good.
I
I'm not
forgot it
disagreeing, but
existed.
no one remembers it.
I remember
But
every
you're right.
single
I understand
frame.
what you mean. I understand what you mean. It's a good movie. I liked it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
anyway.
I understand what you
I
mean.
haven't seen it. I've seen. Yeah,
You haven't seen it? What
I
is
have not.
wrong with you?
something.
You
should.
Something. You should. It's good.
All right.
Anyways.
Anyhow.
So this leads to Unicorse deciding that he's going to marry Chili.
Of course.
And he's told, but she's married. She's already married. And
why should I care?
Polygamy is illegal in Australia, according to the Marriage Act 1961.
You looked it up?
I did.
you look. I mean, okay. We are a little goofy today, folks.
We're a little silly.
And we
Oh
don't have-
God.
Gonna be completely honest. Don't have a lot of to talk about this episode.
Which is fine.
Which is fine, because we're gonna go on
we're-
tangents, and it's gonna be
Yeah,
funny.
we're going on
and
tangents.
it's gonna be
If you can already tell, we're
awkward.
going on tangents today.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and then after that, it's kind of like, will you show me how to do all those things that she said?
Yeah.
And,
You forgot to mention a
oh.
bit there.
Okay.
When Unicorse approaches Chili.
Oh, that bit.
Yeah.
Go on.
He's like, "Oh, let me show you my moves," and he's just dancing. And there's like chili sauce, and on his like, is it a bum?
Behind.
He doesn't. Yeah, back, I guess. And in the original version, Unicorse says it's sweet chili sauce. Do you want to lick? But in the Disney version, because Disney, how they be. Yep. I can kind of see why they did
Oh
it,
yeah, no, 100%.
but it's really, really subtle. And there have been way worse things that
Oh yeah.
could have been censored. Like, okay, I'm gonna go on a bit of not a tangent, but just a note. I watched the
Side-
episode Born Yesterday.
Mhm.
Anyway. And there's a scene where they literally say, "Dad, bend over." Like at the very beginning.
Oh yeah, that.
It's like, "Dad,
I'm
bend
surprised
over."
they were not all over that episode trying to censor that.
That's what I'm saying. That episode was really like
That
censored.
episode was really funny though.
It was a good episode.
I love
love
Born
it.
Yesterday. It's funny.
And then it's just like fun, especially the end of it. Anyways, let's not
yes,
talk
yes,
about that
yes.
right now.
But in the Disney dubbed, it says it's sweet chili sauce. Do you want a bit? Which isn't too different, but it's different enough for me to mention it.
Yes.
And then Chili rejects him. El Riz.
Elriz.
Oh, I hate me.
I'm keeping that in. I'm keeping that in. You
No,
can't stop me.
Oh boy.
And the bandit's like, "Well, you tried your best. Okay, bye now." And the kids are like, "No, he has to figure it out." And then Bandit's kind of stupid because he's
like- Oh yeah, go on.
well, okay. So if we're talking about Bandit, we're also talking about Unicorse. So I'm just gonna say Unicorse. So Unicorse says, "I'm not going anywhere until me, and your mom are married." And he's like, "All right, let's go." And the kids run along, and then Bandit's just left on the floor with Unicorse running in midair, and because he controls him, and he says the lovely fourth wall break. He's like, his eyes are straight towards the camera, and he says,
Do this.
"Thing is, I do this to myself."
That was the best. I love that.
And then the title screen. I don't know what that says. I can't read. I like it when they make the title card a bit more fun. I think the first time they did that was probably with The Beach, and that might have been really loud. I apologize.
That was really loud.
No.
Don't worry. I'm the audio editing master. I'm the technical
Except-
guy. The
Rose
Except you can
Interface.
only,
Around the Creek
you can
podcast.
only- but you can only edit all of our audios at once because we don't know how recording works.
No, we know
Anyways.
how. I just
Cut
it
that
makes it
out. We
easier.
know how
Don't.
it works.
Wow.
Then we get like a montage of them teaching Unicorns how to do that.
That's a bit later. Well, actually, it's
No, it
like,
isn't.
well, they try and show Unicorns how to do things, but he's hating every minute of it. And like eating broccoli, and by the way, broccoli is foul.
No, it isn't.
Broccoli's
not-
broccoli's the only vegetable I really don't like. I mean, I don't like the.
Oh my god, you
There's like
guys are missing
some
out.
vegetables I don't like, but broccoli
I
is
will
like
eat my
one that I
broccoli
actually
boiled.
won't eat.
I will eat it raw.
Oh God, no! I have to eat it with butter, and it has to be boiled. No other way.
I will eat it grilled.
Ugh! Oh, you heathen! Absolutely not!
I will eat it-
Grilled? Grilled
I think
vegetables
I
are the
think
worst
raw-
thing to.
There's
Raw
just like
is
no
this earth.
flavor.
Raw and steamed is my favorite.
Who eats
Psycho.
broccoli raw? I mean, I guess it's
I
kind of
do.
nice because it's like
It's
kind
very-
of like lettuce a little bit.
It's
Like the
very
same
Lettuce
thing.
is also foul.
Also, like it's like eating a mini tree, and like it's fun.
Yeah.
Mini treat.
Mini
Tree.
Oh, tree. Yeah, I guess that is fun.
How did we get on
Uh,
a tangent about broccoli?
Because they're talking about broccoli.
We're talking about broccoli.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like what Bluey says because it's just so real. It's like nobody wants to eat broccoli, and Bingo interrupts with except me, which I love.
Unless
Bingo-
you
That's me
cover
right
a
now,
bunch
that
of
is me
Louisiana
right
hot
That's
now.
sauce.
you right now. That's because Bingo would be that kind of kid because Bingo is perfect in every single way, and you cannot change my mind.
No, she's not perfect, but she's
No,
much,
obviously.
she's much more well behaved. Surprisingly.
She's
Oh, yeah.
more well behaved than Bluey.
Which seems to be,
I
from
love
my experience, seems to be pretty accurate most of the time. The younger one being a bit more well behaved.
Yeah, that is interesting. You would think like,
Mm.
oh, I mean, if
I
here's the
guess
thing, if
kinda.
there wasn't another like sibling, then it wouldn't matter what age they would be. They would probably still be not as well behaved. But when you put two in the equation, it's usually the older one is less behaved. Except when it came to me. But I guess
It depends
that's
from
just
family
me.
to family.
That's just me. We shouldn't be categorizing people on
Yeah,
their age.
categorizing people's bad.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Everybody's different and unique in their own special ways.
Different families work
Yeah.
different ways. I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. I
I-
for the longest time was like the most problematic child, and then like suddenly like I hit 13, it just snapped. I was like the best
Like, oh,
kid
maybe
ever to grace the earth. I guess.
Maybe I shouldn't be.
I mean, I'm not the best
and
kid
a
ever graced the
nuisance.
earth, but it was a stark contrast to how I used to
I
act.
am the greatest child to ever
Yeah,
step foot on this
I am
planet.
not. I am not.
Me, aka Judo.
But compared to judo. Oh,
Judo? What do you mean?
Oh, it's a joke, cause like
Oh
They
yeah,
think-
because fun.
'cause she's,
Okay.
like, trying
I
to-
think judo's misunderstood.
Judo is misunderstood, but
Stop.
it's-
Okay, we're getting off. We're getting a bit too off.
I'm
Bit too off topic.
We'll talk about that in dirt.
Yes,
Oh, that is coming up.
that is coming up.
I don't want to explain the rest of the episode.
I can explain
Or
the
we're
rest of the
gonna have to.
episode.
Yeah, somebody can.
All right, you do it.
Yeah, so where we leave off, we were talking about broccoli, and then we don't quite cut to
Ooh.
the porch yet, or we don't quite cut to the living room.
No, hold on. Actually, I know I asked you to say the story, but
Yeah,
You were
probably know better
forgetting-
than me.
about the photo of Chili,
Ooh,
which shows Chili, I'm pretty sure, might just be how she's sitting, but people debate that it's a photo when she's pregnant,
maybe.
which would make sense, and she's also in Sydney, I'm pretty sure, because I saw the Sydney Opera House.
Oh, no.
So I'm guessing that would be,
Maybe. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
There's a lot of
um,
cool details in here.
Yes, but before the living room scene starts, there's a montage of Unicorns enduring the showers, the teeth brushing, and the eating of broccoli so that he can marry Chili.
Yeah.
And then we get to the living room scene, and back to you, Aiden.
So in this living room scene, before I talk about the plot, I do want to mention like there is like a shot here that like you can see like since Bandit is an archaeologist, he has and I don't know how this is being held up by like a couple of like metal hooks drilled into the wall.
They're strong metal
It's
hooks,
it's a slab of stone with
Trust.
fossils in it.
Trust
I don't
us.
trust that not to drop on my child and crush them. Okay, I
They
don't
had that
care.
before. They've shown that in other episodes, though.
I
seen
never
that.
noticed it up until that point.
Well,
though.
I've seen stuff.
I'm
held
pretty
up like
sure it's
that.
been back since
And there's
Fruit
like
Bat.
a drawing of like a dinosaur kind of on the right.
That's been there since Fruit Bat.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
And then there's that little glass panel
Louis-
door. There's like a little staircase or a little staircase.
We're
down
not
off the
going to talk
porch.
about that because that has to do with the house layout, and we already know what the answer about the house
Oh,
layout is.
boy.
Thanks to Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
No, but actually, thanks, Chris, because I would have gone insane
He
over
would've.
that. I would. I did.
I think the
Crazy?
house
I
layout
was
always.
crazy
No, don't you start this. Oh my goodness, not the crazy. But yeah, the house layout's kind of always changing, which is fun. But so in this scene, the kids are trying to prove that Unicorse is a puppet and not, in fact, his own individual human being. Or
What?
unicorn being.
Well, you forgot a big part.
Did I? My
Maybe
memory's
this is why I
horrendous.
do it. Maybe this is why I do it. I hate it, but
I
maybe
have
this is why
horrendous
I do it.
memory.
Okay, so then we are in the living room where Chili is just reading a book, and Unicorse is all dressed, combed hair, has a little bow tie on. It's very cute.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
a pretty important scene.
Unicorse introduces himself, and he's like, "I just got out of the shower and brushed my teeth, and I want to ask you if you'd like to join me." So some, what does he say? Broccoline or something?
Yeah.
Broccoline.
Broccoli.
And the kids.
I
And the
like
kids correct it.
broccoli.
Broccoli. That's happened a few times in the series with other characters.
Yeah.
Who is calling me? Hold on. So Unicorse fails in the end, but Chili is quite reassuring. Not reassuring. Not supportive. What's the word? Like
Loving. Respectful.
not.
Respectful.
Respectful. And reasonable. She's like, well, I do
Empathetic.
like your bow tie, and I do appreciate all this stuff. And you think and she's like, okay, and then Unicorse eats a tick out of his hair, and
Air
Chili goes and throws up or something.
Tends to throw
More
up.
like gagging. Not like throwing
Yeah.
up. More like gagging.
Yeah.
And then the episode takes a
Oh
turn.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah,
oh
this
boy.
is where I missed that whole part. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, you can say this part. I
Okay.
believe in you.
All right. Well, you shouldn't, but at this part, Bandit, the kids are trying to convince Bandit and well, not really Bandit. Bandit knows. Trying to convince Unicorse that he's not actually I said human being before, but I guess like a living unicorn being of his own volition.
I mean, like they list,
own
they
will.
literally say it. It's like, it's not your fault. It's his. And it's like, what do you mean? Well,
Mhm.
you're a puppet. And I was like, oh,
Uh-oh.
we're going there.
Oh yeah.
We're
yeah.
going there.
When
Aw,
I
poor
first watched that
unicorns.
episode, I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They're becoming self-aware. Ah. So they try and have Bandit and Unicorse say the same thing at the same time. What was the word? What was the word?
Bauxite.
Bauxite, yes. And
Bauxite.
so they
That's an Australian term. Pretty sure.
bauxite. I'm pretty sure it's a
I
mineral.
think it's... Oh.
I'm,
Well, never mind.
90% sure bauxite is a mineral. I don't know where you. Yeah, it's aluminum ore. I don't know why they chose bauxite, but yeah.
I'm
It's...
just talking about it because on the Hammer Barn project, they like really talked about that part in particular. So I'm like, oh, it must be like an Australian term.
it may be commonly found in
I
Australia.
don't know. We will do some research into that after this.
Yeah.
So they try to get him to say bauxite. And so Unicorse says it first, and then of course after a short delay, Bandit says bauxite, and they point it out, and they try and get him to do it again. Same thing, short delay. And
Ooh,
like,
actually, sorry for interrupting again, but you're missing out on just small details that no one cares about, but I do because I'm like that. I do like the fact that once the Unicorse and Bandit say it not at the same time, the kids then just say, "See, it's like he said it after." They say that at the same time exactly, which
Mhm.
like I just like that because that shows you what it's supposed to sound like. It's just a little thing.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's that?
You
Oh
can
yeah.
continue.
And so he's like, they're like, have you ever seen your legs? And he looks down. He's like, he lifts his, I guess, puppet shirt.
Like,
I guess
his skin.
it's his flesh.
Oh
Lifts his
boy.
flesh up, and
That's horrible.
Fabric. Just say fabric.
Fabric. There we go.
Fabric.
This is fabric up, and it's Bandit's hand. He's like, and the slow turnaround. He slowly turns around. It's like,
Such a
stare at
good-
him.
my life is a lie.
That was the best line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes the line of the episode.
Yeah, and
Poor
one more
unicorns.
thing. And then we see the photo of both Bandit and Chili
Oh, it's so
at
cute.
their wedding. That's such a cute photo,
Aw.
but
And then he just
Not
like
cute.
freaks out.
yeah, he just faints.
And then
And then I guess we
think-
get like a cutscene to like later on in the day. Also, a very murky day. Not a very nice looking day, I will say. Looks very cloudy and looks like a storm is about to happen. Anyways, no one cares.
I think that's the evening. It's just like the sun's going down. It looked nice to me. I don't know what you mean.
Well, it was like really murky.
really
Doesn't
murky.
matter at all. That's what we do on the podcast. Anyway,
So it cuts to like the entire family at the porch. There's Mom, there's Dad, there's Bingo and Bluey, and of
This
course
won't be
there's
awkward.
Unicorse.
this won't be
And-
awkward.
Ah, yes. I believe Chili walks out of the door and takes a seat, and then that's where he says the line, "This won't be awkward."
Mm-hmm.
And
And he's like, "So, how are you doing?" And he's like, "Whatever he wants to do." And then Bandit says, "Someone feels sorry for himself. At least you're a somebody. I'm a nobody. Nobody.
Nobody.
I don't feel bad for him.
I do feel bad for
I
him.
feel
'cause,
bad.
like,
I love
He's a
Unicorse.
I
His
love
whole
him
life
too,
is a
but he's
lie.
puppet.
I
know,
don't think
but, like,
I don't think I could ever get attached to a puppet, but I've gotten attached to Unicorse. I think he's
I
like
haven't.
the funniest, cutest little puppet ever.
I think he's funny.
I
Don't get me
actually,
wrong, and I like him.
I actually used to collect puppets. I have quite a few of them
Oh.
in my room.
Oh,
I have
send
like
pics.
a chef, and
Do they move at night?
not
Don't-
that I know
don't
of. They're
say that.
behind the
Don't
closet.
say that. He needs to
Um,
sleep. Poor man's got a.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, keep your eyes open.
I hate you. I'm
Poor
gonna
man's
think
got a
about that
busy
now.
day tomorrow.
If I hear like Eddie's sound of creaking at nighttime, which I do often because it's a house.
It was your puppet.
Bro's
It's
just gonna
like- it's- I'm
Scooby Doo
gonna
out of that bed.
Like, how do you make
want
that
you to
sound?
talk to
The
them
running
again.
sound effect.
Slinks.
Can you add that in the stupid running sound effect?
I can try.
That'd be so
yeah.
funny.
I'll try to add that in.
But then the episode takes a turn for the better. Except I might just be dumb, but I don't get this part. Am I the only one who just doesn't really get this part? It's like they take Unicorse off of the dad's hand and they put it on Bluey's hand, and they try and sound like Unicorse. Well, they fail quite miserably, but they're pretty close, and they're all masters at puppeteering for some reason. Even though it's just like a puppet with a mouth
get it from
and
Band.
It's
two.
genetics.
Yeah, they get it. Yeah, if you're born a healer, you're a master puppeteer. Except you can't. What's the word? Ventriloquism.
True.
You can't do that. Which could have completely foresighted the speaking at the same time thing if Bandit just knew how to do that.
No.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Well, I have seen videos of it. Maybe.
No.
Doing it at the same time? Just split their vocal cords in half? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Maybe. I think I saw it on America's Got Talent. Anyway.
All right, left lung, you do Unicorse. Right lung, you got me.
did the left lung, I did the right lung.
Then we get the lesson of the episode, which again I don't really get.
I don't
But-
know if that's the lesson of the episode. I think that's just.
I think it's
just
supposed.
the
No, but there's
lesson
no way
missed.
it's not supposed to be deep in some way. It's like, you know what the great thing about being nobody? And then Unicorse is put onto Chili's hand. You're everybody. And then Chili gives...
Maybe it's kind of like, don't conform yourself to be like somebody, or let other
Oh,
people kind of define who
maybe.
you are, and just
Kinda.
let yourself
Maybe.
do let yourself do what
I
you
think
want to
you
do.
got it. I
Be
think you
yourself.
got
You
it.
got it.
I think you're smarter than us.
That might be right.
Might be. Maybe you're just completely wrong.
Maybe I'm completely
Maybe
wrong.
there is no
In
lesser
that
moral
case,
to
you
this.
dumb person.
And I mean that brings us back to that episode, like, or the you know what it's saying, because it's like, you know, don't let.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the kiss that on the cheek that.
Oh
she
yeah, that was
Aw.
kind of cute.
Cute.
And then, does anyone else want to say?
Super cool fourth wall break. Okay, I want to do this because I love this
stop.
scene.
I
So
hate this scene.
why?
kidding, I
Okay, why do
No,
y'all hate
okay,
this scene?
hear
It
me out.
is
hear me
so
out.
cool.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I love it. I just hate it.
Yes.
It's extremely cool. Do not get me wrong.
This describes the
just
lightest
like,
attitude
oh,
toward pretty much
I don't
everything.
hate it because it's not cool. I just hate it because it's there.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of passed off as a dream, so it's not like.
Yeah, it's passed off as a
yeah.
dream, so I'm a bit more.
I guess it does kind of break like the lore canon, you know. It kind of
I mean,
feels
it
a little bit.
completely does.
It
I mean,
completely
no,
does,
technically it
until
doesn't,
the dream
because
part.
it's
Yeah.
it doesn't have anything to do with the lore, because it's just this is an
Or-
animation.
or
We all
like,
knew
yeah.
that, but now
But it breaks the fourth wall.
Air-
Yeah.
like how many kids are just gonna be like scarred for life after this scene? By the way, if you don't know what scene we're talking about, I'm gonna
The
explain
one
it now.
where Joe Brum is
Animating the
animating
scene,
Bluey
yes.
getting out of bed.
It's so
Yeah,
cool.
After
It's so
after
cool. Unicorn says, like,
Unicorse is like, "Are you a puppet too?"
well, how
Or
do you
ki-
know you're not a puppet?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he
And Blue
said.
is like, ha, don't be silly. That's ridiculous. And then
it
we
goes
get
to that scene.
a
And
zoom
then it's
out,
like, oh,
which with Joe Brum's hand, painstakingly animating, Bluey waking up. And I heard on Twitter that scene, was probably 3 hours of editing, which is
Animating.
scary to think.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's scary to think that even though we have, we
Easy.
used to do like, paper by paper animation,
Mhm.
but it's not much different now. It's still technically stop motion.
Yeah, it is, but the difference is that you don't hand draw every one of the scenes. It's
Yeah.
different parts move. And it does take a while to
Mm.
animate. I have dabbled in animation a little bit, just barely 3D animation. I have a brief understanding of it. I haven't done anything advanced, but I can tell, like, if you want to make an animation good, frame by frame, having every single part detailed, yeah, that'll take you hours.
So I'm actually now realizing this with the Sleepy Time Flipbook project. I'm doing scenes in 8 frames per second. So sometimes Bandit's just kind of hovering over to Bluey's bed, and there's not much fluidity, which is fine. And the words that the people are saying, there's like many of the like speech things that they say that are cut
Mhm.
because it's in 8 frames per second, which is helpful for me. But if I want to make it like perfect, it's got to have all that stuff. But I don't want to make it perfect because I will go insane.
Yeah, if you do 24 frames per second, that's 3 times the work and 3 times the frames.
Do you
It's-
know I've gotten to the part where Bluey is put into bed. It's been about 2 weeks. Am I regretting this? Maybe. But
Keep
that's
going,
for a different
man.
day. Yeah.
Keep
So
pushing forward, man.
I love this scene because it's like, don't be silly, I'm not a puppet. And then it just slowly pans out and we see how they animate Bluey, which is something I've always wanted to know. And they just show us in an episode, which is just so
And the application
cool.
they use as well. So it's not like it's like
Yeah.
actually like a screen capture of what they use. So it's not like like not like a mock-up of what animation would look like. It's like actually like in application being, the entire user interface is there, all the tools.
well,
pretty cool.
okay. I'm not sure if that's completely true. I'm pretty sure the hand is added in.
No, the hand is
after.
added in. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's a given. But like the
Mhm.
application itself, like
also
bit
we
by
get the
bit.
long dog there.
Yes, the long
Yeah, the
dog
long
and the
dog.
render.
A lot of people didn't see that, but when the render is
I didn't
done,
see that
Barely
either.
saw it.
yeah, at the top right, left,
Top
you
left,
can
yep.
see a long dog, and I wonder if that's actually what they have on the computers. That
I
be
would guess
super, super fun.
probably not, because it's
No,
it's
probably not.
its own like animation thing. When you
That's
render it, it's
just
gonna
too
have a
much
different icon.
work.
not even too much work, but it wouldn't be baked into the code. I think they're probably gonna
Yeah, I
change
don't
it,
think
but it
so.
doesn't make sense because
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably
And
not
it-
too.
it's probably
hard of
not
a
legal
change.
to tamper with the software either.
That is also very factual.
There's a lot of legality that goes into animation software if you're trying to do it
Yeah.
professionally.
And like, as cool as it would be, there's not really a point.
Hmm.
Hmm. It's
But
just
yeah.
for fun though.
It was cool to
For
see.
funsies.
It was cool to see how it was animated. I really liked it. And then you see like the final rendered, as it's animated frame by frame, you see the final rendered, I guess, end. What am I trying to say? End goal, kind of.
Yeah, it's
End
the final
results.
render.
End
It's
results.
yeah, end
There we go.
result.
Yeah, and so
Wow, that was a weird dream.
yeah, wow,
And
that's
the
a weird dream.
episode ends, which is something. So I've heard about this. I think I even saw a Joe Brum interview, and he was talking about how he really wanted this scene to be a thing, and he was really fighting for this because obviously people were not too happy with it because like you're gonna scar children, don't. But he's
What?
like, I'm Joe Brum, be quiet.
I don't understand that. Like, I don't think.
I completely understand it. It's completely fair. It's dumb, but it's fair because it will scar children.
That's
And
what scars children. They need to wake up. That's nothing.
it didn't scar me, but it was like, oh, okay,
It was
we're
cool.
becoming.
It was so
It
cool.
is cool, but it's like, I'm with Elijah on this one. I'm with Elijah on this one.
What? What's so weird about it? Just like seeing that
not-
it's an animated show. Like
Yes,
you animate the show.
exactly. It's being like
Jarring.
yeah, yeah. It's just like, we all know it's an animated show, but we don't want to be told it's an animated show.
Well, then they
We
pass
just
off
want
as
to
a
live
dream.
in this world. Yes, I do
Yeah,
like
at
that.
the end.
It's like at the end, it's like if kids are absolutely bawling their eyes out at the very end, the parents will be like, "No, it was just a dream.
It was just a dream.
It
Don't
was
worry,
just a
Bluey's
dream.
actually real.
Be quiet, you pest."
The quiet pest at the end. But yeah, I love this episode. I think Unicourse is so funny. I love like the episode Unicourse. That is
He
the
is funny in
funniest
that
episode in all of Bluey. I think the episode Unicourse is the most humorous.
That's
Because
a fair
he's just a fun character.
take. That's all my notes. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I'm
Yes.
working on a little.
Oh, what do you have?
There you go.
As always, no.
There we go. I am working on a little happy place themed project in Blender because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
bored.
Happy.
Hey,
Yeah.
happy place.
So y'all have seen what I'm working on. I'll keep working on it, and we'll see how it turns out. Because I
Pretty
like Blender.
cool
I like
looking.
3D modeling. 3D
It will be
modeling.
posted on
3D
the
modeling.
Twitter.
Yes.
It'll be posted on the Twitter, which no one looks at.
No one looks at. Yeah, our Instagram compared to our Twitter. No one follows the Twitter. So Owen runs
Well,
the
go-
Instagram.
go-
I run the
we,
Twitter.
I run the. Well, we run the Instagram.
We run the Instagram.
I'm the only one who dares go on Twitter, so I
Begrudgingly.
run the Twitter.
Okay.
You mean X?
You mean X?
I mean, yeah, X. Oh no. But yeah, do check out the
But yeah,
Twitter.
go check out the Twitter. Aiden posts some cool stuff on there,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk about episodes. But if you just want to see episodes and stuff, just follow the Instagram.
And follow. The
By the
podcast.
way, pretty good time to mention. Thank you guys for 100 listeners
Yes.
of the podcast.
right before the
That's
podcast, we saw there was 100 plays.
Crazy.
Man, we
That's
started
cra-
this podcast like a month ago.
I think it's
more than that.
Like a month and 2 weeks, maybe a month and a week. I don't know. Month
well,
and a
we
week, month,
have
2 weeks
how many
ago.
episodes? We have like 7 episodes. 2 of
Mhm.
them are bonus episodes.
Oh,
Those
we
were
started this like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Like not
Wow.
even 2 months. Not even 2 months ago. It was like a month and a half. We met like a
I
month and
gotta
a half
say,
ago, and this is the point we're
so
at.
crazy.
That's so cool.
Fun.
I can't get over the fact that we actually got to interview Chris Bennett. That's still like
That was really fun.
that was so fun.
That's really cool.
Oh, I don't know if he listens to the episodes, but if you do, we loved it so much. We
Yes.
can't
Come
thank
back.
you enough.
Come back.
Please.
Yes. We want to have you back for the what is it? Not family meeting, fancy restaurants. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Fancy
That's the
restaurants
episode.
and the
I was-
next happy place episode.
Yes.
Oh yes, if yeah.
Absolutely. It was so fun, like hearing from an animator, like
I
like how the
know.
show was made. It's so many cool little tidbits as well. Like, you know what the characters are saying in the background. There's just it's so awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I literally watched the episode Seesaw yesterday, which is like, one of my like least favorite.
Understandable.
Mhm.
Actually, no, I kind of like it.
It's a fun episode.
I get the thing, but okay, no, we're not gonna get into this.
Okay,
But
no,
I
no,
watched this episode just to see Chris Bennett in the credits. That's the only reason, and it made me happy. So
Well,
It's been 100 plays. We made it. It's been 100
100
plays, month and a
plays.
half. Like you've heard us on the podcast, but you know we chat a lot outside the podcast as well. And these guys are chill. It's so weird how this has happened like a month and a half. We're just chilling. when I
chilling.
first joined the Bluey Discord server, I think the first person I really took notice of was Owen. I saw Owen. I was like, he seems pretty chill. And
it's a
then
highlight of my week.
when
every
I
time.
joined the voice call where I met Elijah, I was like, this guy sounds pretty chill too. And then everyone else left the Discord call, and it was just the three of us doing a Bluey tier list. And then we called to watch cricket. No, so everyone left. You joined, Owen, and then we all left to watch cricket so we could finish the tier list. And then after that, we called back a day the next day, and we hung out a bit more. I think we still were working on that tier list.
You want to do a podcast?
Yeah.
yeah, what do we call it?
it?
And then we did it.
Oh yes, and we were trying to figure out what we were gonna call
Oh
the
my god, the
podcast.
name was the hardest thing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We were
Okay,
figuring
so
out names.
I suggested the Flat Pack, which I still think would be a cool name. I like Around the Creek better now I've like actually gotten used to it.
It's really grown on all of us, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I started with the Flat Pack. It was like, let's see, what other names do we have? There was like
There was like Bluey
The sticky
banter.
geckos is
yeah, Healing Hearts.
No, stop.
Should I jump back to
Oh,
these
That was
Discord
not on the
comments?
list. That
ChatGPT was
on the
not
list.
helpful.
The Healer Huddle, Bluey's Creek
Oh,
Chronicles,
God.
the
I'm so
Sticky
glad we
Gecko
went with-
Society.
I'm so glad we didn't go with any of those here. Around the Creek's the.
Around the Creek is what we're
Let's
sticking
see.
with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, on that note,
Yeah.
as always, I'm Elijah,
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Owen.
and this was the Around the Creek podcast. See you next time.